be back next week. Now join Martha Stewart, Tony Bennett, and Cyndi Lauper for an evening of song and fun. Martha Stewart's Christmas Dream, CBS Next.
Just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to him.
Well, it's that time of year again. There's a cold nip in the air. The smell of balsam and cedar and pine is everywhere. There's smoke coming out of almost every chimney. The only thing that's missing is snow. When I was a child growing up in Nutley, New Jersey, we always looked forward to snow for Christmas. And most years, well, we'd get our wish, a white Christmas. I'm just finishing up this beautiful arrangement. Very pretty. I think just a little bit of boxwood here. It's perfect. These days I'm still dreaming of a white Christmas, dreaming because abundant snowfalls where I live seem to be a thing of the past. But whether or not it snows, we can still create a holiday at home that's merry and bright and enchantingly white. I'm Martha Stewart. Welcome to my dream of a magical white Christmas, a dream you can make come true in your very own home, whether the weather cooperates or not.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
For me, Irving Berlin's classic song, White Christmas, has always captured the spirit of the holiday season. I was thrilled to sing it for my whole school back in 3rd grade when I was just 8 years old. Back then, at the top of my Christmas list to Santa was my wish for a snow-white holiday filled with sledding, building snowmen, and of course, snowball fights. If it did snow, I was convinced that the real reason was the big plate of cookies that I left out for Santa on Christmas Eve, cookies that I made with my mom. Of course, it's been years since I've written to Santa, and these days, well, probably Santa takes email.
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl.
Okay, so who wrote today? Bill Gates said he'd like a Monopoly? Bill just wants a game of Monopoly. That Billy. Oh, dog. Still no word from Martha Stewart. I just don't understand it. Doesn't write, and no more cookies, and Oh, I used to love those cookies. Wow.
Skies may be cloudy or sunny, and I may be rolling in money. But even I, Martha Stewart, can't control the weather. So to bring white Christmassy splendor into my home, I like to use my ever-so-easy technique of snow glittering fake fruit.
People are always asking how I seem to get so much done in a day. Well, I thought I'd let you in on a little secret this Christmas. Actually, there are two of me.
Nice to see me. You know, lightly applying craft glue and then sprinkling with glass glitter gives these tempting fake fruits a chilly, snow-frosted appearance.
Well, that looks very beautiful, but we did do that a couple years ago. This year, I want to make everything white, and we're going to create the most glistening white Christmas.
Although, Martha, without any snow outside, Christmas isn't Christmas.
Well, you know what I always say, if you want to do something right, you have to do it yourself. And just watch how I turn this greenery whitery.
You can turn that greenery whitery and make this Christmassy bettery. Did anyone ever tell you you're very pretty?
Well, they usually say that I look so much better on Saturday Night Live than on my own show.
Me too.
Well, I thought I'd show you how to make a really lovely homemade Christmas card that shimmers. Try this idea that I came up with.
Actually, one of our craft elves dreamed up this bit, but it's our TV special, so we're going to take the credit.
Well, you apply a little bit of greenery, and I've just sprayed a little bit of Martha Stewart spray mount, by the way. And I thought I'd use this lovely cardstock, and you just spread out the evergreen so it's nicely placed. And then with spray paint, white, just spray very lightly. And notice I'm spraying into a little box. That way I'm not going to get that spray paint everywhere.
It's amazing how we can think of one brilliant idea and just keep coming up with more.
Now watch, lift the sprig, and look what you have left. The silhouette of that beautiful piece of arborvitae on a lovely card.
So much nicer than those awful store-bought cards that normal, less creative people send.
Well, they're not so awful, but these are homemade and these are beautiful. Now, using this little applicator, just drop a little bit of glue here and there. With your red glitter, lightly sprinkle.
Wonderful.
And like magic, you're left little red ornaments. Isn't that pretty?
I just marvel at how we come up with these nifty new ideas in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, although I would want the lamb's tail poached in a rosemary marinade with a dollop of mint-infused jelly.
Oh, this is so great. This is a beautiful, beautiful wintry centerpiece that I thought we could show everyone how to make because it is very easy. You take a plain container and then we're taking some floral clay, and now take this around your container, and once you have your clay in place, we'll clip some boxwood. Oh, could you get me the clippers that are over there?
Sure. Now, where are the clippers? I thought I put them in that wicker box.
Everything has its place on our set in that wonderful vintage tackle box, I think underneath the top shelf.
Right.
Oh, there they are.
There we go.
Excellent.
Place is so organized, I can't find a freaking thing.
Well, to continue with our beautiful centerpiece, take some 24 gauge wire and apply your boxwood. Press it into the clay. Oh, here, Martha, you can just snip me off some appropriate lengths of boxwood.
It's a pleasure, Martha.
Make them about this long. Okay? And you just keep pressing and pulling the wire around your container like this. We have one just a little further along, and you can see how much wire you actually use. And you just keep wrapping there. When you're finished with all your double layers, you take your clippers and snip all the way around the bottom. That way, the finished container will look just like this. And so once you have all your greenery applied, the bottom trimmed, you have a container that actually would look very beautiful in green, but more beautiful in white. And so we're going to spray it. And again, Martha, we have our spray snow.
Right.
Perfect. And a little box like this actually helps you keep the spray snow in one place. You don't want to get it all over the house. And just spray.
I do want to remind everyone that we need to ventilate for this technique because right now I'm high as a kite.
There. A beautifully flocked and greenery whitery. Once it dries, then you can cover over your wires with a little bit of satin ribbon. Fill it with roses, fill it with whatever flowers you have, and it is a beautiful addition to any holiday table. Well, another thing that you can use spray flocking for is reeds. Use a galvanized tub. This is a very clever idea because you don't want to get your spray flocking in your room. And spray. And again, ventilation. Don't get too close.
Don't get too close.
This is so pretty by itself like this.
And we can also use my glittered fruit. Just paint the fruit white and add glue, then glitter, and voila. It's a shame that flitter grew. Whoops. I think I've overdone it on fumes.
The snow-painted fake fruit is a really beautiful addition to our snow-frosted wreath and even to our lovely evergreen container arrangements. We can make it even showier with different types of snowflakes, just in case it doesn't snow. And these are just made from plastic, the large ones. Look at that, plastic bags just ground up. Pretty. And then this fine one, oh, here, why don't you show that one, Martha? That's made from, see how glittery that one is? That's made from finely ground styrofoam. And you can even combine the two. So, Martha, why don't you sprinkle those arrangements lightly, not too much. And I'm going to add just a little bit to our wreath. Look how pretty it just sticks to the wreath. Just don't put any where your pets might walk through.
And what Martha is saying is that if Mother Nature poops out, you can always rely on us and our techniques to help you make it a white Christmas.
Indeed.
Coming up, Melissa Joan Hart brings her magic touch to Martha's Christmas Dream. Martha Stewart's Christmas Dream is sponsored by Kmart.
If you ever plan to motor west, take the highway that's the best. From Chicago to LA, 2,000 miles all the way. Hear your kids on Route 66.
Route 66. With so many outfits to put together, just because you're out of gas doesn't mean you'll be out of style.
On Route 66.
Route 66 jeans and clothes. Available at Big Kmart.
Hey, sweetie.
Hey, everyone, this is Steve.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. Hi, how are you?
Fresh bottle of wine?
Timing, perfect. Two one.
Good friend.
At Wine.com, our experts guarantee you won't bring a bad wine. Wine.com, the best of wine.
To celebrate the launch of our new Everyday Kitchen collection, I'm having a little party, and I'm putting all my guests to work. Delicious sauce bomb. We've designed over 100 new utensils, chef-quality knives, and stainless steel pots, exclusively for Kmart.
Aunt Martha likes the green. Aunt Martha likes the yellow.
Aunt Martha likes to mix all the colors.
And all the new glasses.
Everything you need for everyday entertaining, from my table to yours.
You sure about this?
I want everyone to know who I love. How much is this again?
50.
50. Oh, I got a 41. Come on. I get it fixed, Donna. Very funny.
Next time, use the Visa check card instead of cash or checks. It'll get you in, out, and on with life.
James Garner and Julie Andrews in a heartwarming holiday romance.
Do you believe in second chances?
I only believe in what I see.
One Special Night, CBS Tonight. From Hallmark Hall of Fame.
You are going to make a difference.
Two boys discover a town's dark secret.
They found a human bone.
Now, one stands accused of murder.
Why are you taking my baby?
me?
Dean Cain and Maya Angelou.
You've got to trust somebody.
In Hallmark Hall of Fame's The Runaway. CBS Sunday.
In Tchaikovsky's renowned Christmas ballet, The Nutcracker Suite, the dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy has always been one of my favorite moments. As a girl, I would sit forward in my seat, waiting for the prima ballerina to enter on her toes, pirouetting through a glittering world of holiday confections and spectacular sweets. What really attracted my attention, though, was the fairy's magic wand. I mean, the things I could do with that magic. Maybe, I think I have a good idea for these sugar cubes.
This sugar cube house is magical, Martha.
Well, of course, Sabrina, the teenage witch, knows all about magic. It is beautiful, isn't it, Melissa?
Yeah.
It's just so cute, and it's really easy to build, and it's made out of sugar cubes and royal icing and all the little candies and knickknacks that you can find at the candy store. You have to use your piping tool.
Okay.
Follow me. We're going to take probably 3 sugar cubes this way and all the way around to the back of the house. I'm leaving a little tiny opening in the back of the house for an electric cord. You're perfect.
I'm new with this.
Perfect. Now remember, you have to always stagger the bricks, just like a brick house.
Oh, okay.
That's,
3 in and 1.
That's good. So there's your little doorway, and then you can go all the way around the back. So before we go any higher, we have to think about windows.
Okay.
And then ultimately, the roof line.
I just want to use the candy.
I know, we're going to get there. Don't worry. So the next tier will be the window tier. For the windows, the top of the windows, it's going to be 2 bricks, and you have to make sure that these openings are really just a little bit smaller than 2 bricks. Now, did you have white Christmases ever in your life?
I think a few years ago there was, I was living in New Jersey, and there was a white Christmas.
Well, I remember as a child, there was so much snow. Every Christmas there was snow. It was so nice all the time.
So do you think there's going to be a white Christmas this year?
This year, well, I'm planning to have a white Christmas, if there is one or isn't one.
You are?
Yes, I am. I'm thinking like you. Don't you always will things?
Magical. Exactly. We make magical snow.
Right. Well, that's what I'm trying to do this year. I'm trying to will snow to come. So that's my peak for the roof. Now we're ready for the decoration, which is my favorite. And we're going to use all the candies that are in front of us. You have champagne bubbles.
Oh.
You have peppermint sticks. You have peppermint candies. Look at these. Tangerine hard candies. And those are cute. I thought these would look really nice down the sides of the corners of the house. And these little watermelon straws look nice around the windows.
I'm using the peppermint sticks.
Oh, where are you going to put the peppermint sticks?
On
in
the
the corners?
sides.
Look, I put little orange pillows on the windowsills. Now the roof. This is really not very difficult. A piece of cardboard, scored so that it can fold. And then this just folds right down over the peak. And then you can make chimneys if you like, but when you turn it around, you have the most charming, charming sugar cube house.
Look at our houses. They're so sweet.
Of course, you're not really done because you can add piping and you can add icicles and you can add snow to the roof. And the front door, your front door is the
My front door is great.
Cookies and cream, Hershey's new candy bar.
You just break them off and put them on.
Isn't it cute?
Yeah.
And the candles in the window are just little pieces of our sour stick with a little snippet of gummy bear. Well, I think with just a little bit of dripping snow down the roof and the icicles hanging from the eaves and the smoke, which is really cotton candy, coming out of the chimney. Do you want a little for your chimney,
Yes,
too?
I'd love some. I have a tiny chimney.
Okay, so you have a tiny little piece. Just stick it in there. A little swirl of smoke.
That's great.
It is cute. And then, of course, you can landscape the final touch. You can use these wonderful tree-shaped evergreen gumdrops. And I want you to use all your powers, Melissa, to make this a white Christmas I want a white Christmas too. And you can work magic with gumdrops. Whether you make topiaries or adorable people ornaments.
Okay, yeah, I get it. You're doing this on purpose, right? Taunting me with all your nifty craft ideas just because I haven't brought you a white Christmas in a while. Okay. Be that way. No cookies, no white Christmas. Martha, blubber and shout, see if I care. If you don't have one cookie to spare, Santa Claus just ain't leaving this chair.
Christmas time.
Next, as Martha's dream continues, Lorraine Bracco builds a snowman in Martha's kitchen. And later on, Cyndi Lauper goes walking in a winter wonderland.
Liquid Lip from Revlon Color Stay. Liquidy smooth, liquidy sexy. And kiss off? No way. Revlon Liquid Lip.
To celebrate the launch of our new Everyday Kitchen collection, I'm having a little party, and I'm putting all my guests to work. Delicious sauce bomb. We've designed over 100 new utensils, chef-quality knives, and stainless steel pots, exclusively for Kmart.
Aunt Martha likes the green. Aunt Martha likes the yellow.
Aunt Martha likes to mix all the colors.
And all the new glasses.
Everything you need for everyday entertaining, from my table to yours.
I just retired with a fair amount of money in my 401k, but the problem was it was all over the place. We sat down, we discussed an enormous amount of things. It's like telling your doctor almost, this is my personal financial plan. This is actually my playbook. I know exactly where I'm going with everything. It's got my current financial position, where my investments are, life insurance, education planning, retirement planning, planning for estate and taxes. Essentially, this book covers my whole life. I mean, it really is a game plan.
At least your clothes look good. The styles, the colors, authentic starter sportswear. Now at Kmart. For the everyday athlete.
Plumpity plump. Almay plumps lashes twice, inside and out. Introducing the Almay Insider. Panthenol and vitamins help plump lashes on the inside. Gel-like color plumps outside. Even puny lashes look plump. The Almay Insider. It's new.
CBS Friday. Dr. Richard Kimball thought Atlantic City would be the perfect place to hide.
He's a bounty hunter. He wants to kill me.
But in a town full of mobsters,
There's the reward for my capture.
he's about to run out of luck.
Let's go for a ride.
The Fugitives. All new episodes, CBS Friday.
They want grandkids.
I can make my own decisions about makeup and men. How come you have too much of one and not enough of the other?
Their daughter wants an education.
This whole academic life, kind of nice.
CBS Saturday. 2 generations will try to understand each other.
I want to be self-actualized, and I want to know what the hell that means.
That's live. CBS Saturday.
A bitter feud
You're both stupid.
leads to tragedy.
He's paralyzed.
It's your fault. How will the angels save a little boy?
It's too late.
All You Touched by an Angel Sunday.
You know about monthly exams and mammograms, but don't forget, exercise. Active women have a 30% lower risk of breast cancer.
Frosty the snowman was a jolly happy soul, with a corncob pipe and a button nose and 2 eyes made out of coal. Frosty the snowman is a fairy tale, they say.
Oh, Martha, it's freezing in here.
Of course it's cold, but you can't make snowmen unless it is cold, Lorraine.
Martha, I want to know how long you've been fantasizing about these little snowmen.
Well, I think ever since I was a child, especially if they're made out of vanilla ice cream and coconut.
With beautiful vanilla,
Little
what do you
beans,
call
vanilla
beans?
yes.
Beautiful.
Each snowman has 3 scoops and different sizes.
Okay.
Lorraine, when you were a child, was there enough snow to make a snowman?
Yes. No more, huh?
No, I haven't had enough snow in my backyard to make a snowman in a very long time.
Isn't that sad?
It is sad. And I'm hoping this year, actually, for a white Christmas.
Can I use my fingers?
Oh, you can if you want. But I think the way to get them that way is to keep dipping and dipping and turning, see? Like this. Now we have to get these right into the freezer.
Okay.
And get them even colder. How are you holding up in this freezing weather?
Good.
Oh, look. It is really cold in here. Here's some balls for you and a snowman for me.
Okay.
And now we have to roll these really quickly. The whole secret is to work quickly, Lorraine. Cold. I am so
What kind of coconut is this?
This is angel coconut. Just quickly roll it in here. Try to get them rounder and rounder.
Okay, don't be knocking mine over.
I won't. Stays so nicely on. So pick it up like a snowball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, make it like a snowball. Lorraine's been munching on the coconut. So now this goes back into the freezer. And here are very frozen ice cream. Cold in here. Colder than usual.
Okay.
So now to decorate. Well, you can stack them and decorate, or you can decorate with them unstacked. I think I'll stack mine. One on top of the other. And these are little marzipan carrots that we fashioned out of almond paste. And we have sen-sens. Remember sen-sens? These are like licorice. Oh, so cute.
Oh, Martha, I'm doing this very well.
When I was a child, though, we decorated with real coal and real carrots. And sometimes I could get snowmen to be this tall.
Really?
Oh, gosh, yes. We had so much snow. Ready for your hat?
I guess so. What happened to the chocolate?
There, we need the chocolate.
Would you like a wafer?
Oh, I do. I need a wafer. And these are toasted marshmallows.
They're good.
Okay, you can eat them. Homemade. They don't have to be homemade, though. And they're the little rakish top hat.
It's so cute!
Frosty the snowman had to hurry on his way. But he waves goodbye, saying, don't you cry, I'll be back again someday.
Okay, Martha, what's next?
Well, I thought I'd show you how to make these beautiful little meringue shells. You beat the egg whites.
Right.
You add the sugar, and then you pipe them, as we're doing, into a flat round. You're doing beautifully, Lorraine.
Oh, thank you,
You've
Martha.
done this before.
I've not, and I love this, like, tool thing, whatever it is.
But this is a very simple thing to make, and it is a very delicious dessert to serve. You
Martha,
can fill
the
it with
snowmen were
creams.
much easier.
Easier?
Yeah.
Oh, I find this infinitely easier. Your sides need a little work.
Okay.
Now you have to bake these in the oven overnight. You turn your oven on to the lowest, like 100 degrees.
Right.
And then you'll have a most beautiful sight. That you want them to stay white, though, because that's the whole idea of a white Christmas. Even if there's no snow, there's going to be white desserts.
You're laughing.
You didn't start in the middle.
Okay.
Prototype,
Lorraine. Well, my snowman was
let me
a
show
little
you. Let me show
crooked.
you what I would do to make these more beautiful. Okay, you can do this. You can make beautiful stars around the sides.
Oh, Martha, that's so good.
See? And look, you can fix your whole mess.
But I must say, I do really like this
Look how
tool.
pretty. But for
So you
Christmas,
could put,
there.
like, berries in here.
Look, beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Gorgeous.
Oh, very cute. See how nice you did that?
Uh-huh. That
Mine
goes
are
into
a
the
little
oven.
lopsided.
And now, look, come over here. More ice cream, but on a new kind of scoop. So now we'll just make one dessert. This is one. Now feel how they are when they're baked. See, they're dry.
Oh, they're very beautiful.
And light, and it's crunchy. And now you can serve it with ice cream. And I'm going to fill mine with peppermint ice cream, and you have pistachio ice cream.
Yes.
Oh, look. If you want to, you can sprinkle just a few little peppermint candies on top.
By the way, have yourself a very Merry Christmas.
We're not singers.
That's okay. We got the spirit.
Have yourself a
For more on tonight's crafts and recipes and how to bring a white Christmas into your home, Pick up Martha Stewart Living magazine or visit marthastewart.com. Still to come, Martha dreams of carving her own snowflakes and Cyndi Lauper in a winter wonderland.
If you ever plan to motor west, take the highway that's the best. From Chicago to LA, 2,000 miles all the way. Hear your kids on Route 66.
Route 66. With so many outfits to put together, just because you're out of gas doesn't mean you'll be out of style.
On Route 66.
Route 66 jeans and clothes, available at Big Kmart.
Attention shoppers, party on aisle 5.
Is it a Tupperware party?
No, it's a Gladware party.
Oh, try Gladware. Tight sealing containers you can wash, microwave, and you can reuse them over and over again. And you get 5 Gladware containers for the price of 1 Tupperware. So you won't get mad if you lose them.
Don't get mad.
Who's mad?
Get glad.
Now in new deep dish and divided dish sizes.
Here are just a few of the hundreds of decorations you can save on at Kmart. A 7.5-foot tree for just $77. Decorated wreath for just $6.99. 100-count Westinghouse lights for $3.79. Come to the Trim-A-Home department at Kmart. It has everything you need to make a holiday work of art in your home or wherever else you live. Kmart. We know how to make your holidays bright.
Martha Stewart's Christmas Dream will continue here on CBS.
When Jill Abbott's got something to say,
You don't give up, do you?
she can't keep her mouth shut.
Phyllis Summers is a deceitful, conniving woman. Have you forgotten? She's poison. You're crazy if you have anything to do with her. This is the spider and the fly, and you, my friend, are dinner.
Now, what she says next
If you are just in heat, the woman is trouble.
is everything.
He's an American war hero, accused of murder. But could it be a plot to destroy him? Who killed the Colonel's wife? 48 Hours, Thursday.
A warm embrace. A fresh look. A soft touch. Charter Club. In every color imaginable. Many times, many ways. The perfect gift at Macy's. Classic. Extremely flexible. Low maintenance. What are you waiting for? They're all on sale. All Dockers pants. This one's easy. The perfect gift at Macy's.
So I did another Christmas record and I wrote a little song about it. Want to hear it? Here it goes. Get another rosy Christmas, fa la 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 la. All the biggest stars on this disc, fa la 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 la. Mark Anthony, Ricky Martin, Macy Gray, Sugar Ray, and there's Jewel, Destiny's Child, and Jessica Simpson. Dixie Chicks, and I'm just starting. It's for kids' charity. You make Yule cool. Another rosy Christmas in stores now, available on Columbia CDs and cassettes.
Martha Stewart has moved to a new time. Join her afternoons at 3 on CBS 2.
Dave's got Kathy Lee Gifford tonight on CBS.
Sorry, Teeny, not a snow cloud in that sky. But I'm still hoping for a white Christmas. I bet you'd like to play with all those other animals in the snow. I would too. Absolutely love animals, especially winter white animals. And the inspiration for these charming ornaments are all the beautiful creatures of the Arctic wilderness. This is going to be a polar bear, a big, fat, fluffy polar bear. Laura, who works in our style department, not my sister Laura, is working on a penguin.
I am.
Oh, beautiful. And my niece Sophie's working on some sort of bird. What kind of bird is that?
Well, actually, it's a hooper swan.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah.
A white swan
It's
flying.
in flight. Isn't that pretty? Well, each one has different markings, which I thought was really neat. And they fly up as high as airplanes do.
Oh, they do? That
Yeah.
high? Really?
Yeah.
Well, these ornaments are really easy to make. Start with a little template and trace the shape onto some cardstock. Cut it out, and you're ready to glitter. Now, if I wanted to glitter the entire polar bear, how should I spread the glue?
I think you should use a brush for a big area like that.
Oh, that's a good idea. And I want to glitter him with white.
Yep.
Oh, I love this polar bear shape.
And apply it generously because it gives the ornament, makes it stiffer.
Now, Laura, show Sophie what you made in honor of the beautiful cat, Teeny.
This morning I made...
Oh, that's adorable. It is so adorable, with a little bit of snow along Teeny's back.
I made my cat. Yeah, your own cat. Rudy. I have to make one of my
dogs. Look at Rudy.
Say hello to Rudy.
Oh, how cute. I love Rudy's tail. Is Rudy a calico?
No, a mutt.
A mutt? Now, this is good. Just to, I wanted to point out that this is a very good method of keeping your glitter in a bowl like
really
this.
Smart.
Transforms this so beautifully, like magic.
Do you want me to give your bear's eyes?
Yeah, give my bear's eyes, please.
All righty.
Oh, very nice. Well, you can get an awful lot of ornaments done in a very short time if you have Santa's helpers like I have. Now, when you hang this, you have to make a little hole with a paper punch.
And then you can use silver twine or ribbon, whatever you have around.
And that can go right over the branch of the tree. Well, now that we've mastered the art of white animals, another way to make it a white Christmas, make your own snowflakes out of pipe cleaners. Laura really did perfect these. I hope you can show us.
I can. I brought some with me. You guys each one, you need 3, so
okay, 3.
You each want to try one? Thank you. Here, I think I can.
Okay.
Okay, so hold them in tightly in the center. All 3 at a time? Okay. 3 at a time. And twist all the way around, 360 degrees.
Okay.
All right. And then spread out the
how easy.
branches. So now I've cut smaller pieces of the same pipe cleaner and twist it all the way around.
Yes, good.
And if you need to, you can use pliers to tighten it.
Oh, I love how these look. Oh, they're so simple, Sophie.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Yes.
Here's a finished one in a terry cloth pipe cleaner.
Oh, it looks
so pretty.
It's gorgeous. Utterly fabulous. Now we only need about 1 billion more for a real snowfall.
So pretty. Let it snow.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. Since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Well, when it comes to making my wintry fantasies crystallize, Joe Donahue never disappoints me. Joe can turn any landscape into a wintry wonderland. And we're going to do it right here in front of your eyes. A little bit of my dream come true about a white Christmas. I really want a white Christmas, Joe. I've asked Joe to make a snowflake, but different than any other snowflake.
Well, from what I understand, you've been tackling some ice mountains, so you're going to have to tackle some of this snowflake.
Alaska was beautiful, but I know you can make something just as spectacular. So step by step, how do you do it?
Well, we're going to start out with a simple compass device. It's, it's simple to make. I'm just going to score just by holding my center position. Okay, now the chainsaw comes into play, where I'll deepen these lines, and then we'll have an outline.
So I'm going to stand back a little bit and watch this. Looks like a donut.
Now, this is where I just go off freely. Well, normally, you might want to measure these quadrants out. I'm just going to freehand them in there.
So you're going to do an 8-pointed star.
8-pointed star with a 8-pointed center star hole. It's going to be like lace. There'll be 16 holes in all. And you're going to make a lot of the holes and close to a lot of the detail. So here we go. I'm going to do some more eyeing up, and then I'm going to hand over the saw to you, okay? Okay. What I need from you now is to
Cut out the V's?
cut out the V's. Just drop this on there like I showed you and take it on around, okay? There you go. Keep it up. There you go. Pull it out. There you go again. All right, that's that. There you go, exactly. Yeah, don't forget about that. Okay, let's step it up. There you go, beautiful. Same thing again. Keep it running. Flip it this way. Here. Okay. There you go. I was going to go that way. There you go.
Oh, can I have a job? Can I have a job?
Yeah, oh, you're hired, man. You're hired. You want me to get these points out of the way?
Finish.
Okay,
It was so much fun.
What about the little spray in your face? It's kind of like sleigh riding and
it feels
stuff, right?
great.
Now we come to a shaping that we can still do with the chainsaw. Okay, now, remember your favorite part, the hole through the center?
Oh,
now you make the hole in the center.
Okay, so.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is... Check that out.
Okay.
Just repeat that. Don't forget to keep the blade and everything kind of... Right through. Pull it straight back out. All right, so now we're just going to score it up with the chainsaw, and watch the detail we can get with just the tool.
Fantastic.
Just straight in. Don't worry about ricochet. Keep that angle. Oh, not too deep, not too deep. There you go. There, beautiful. Yeah. I'm going to bring it home now.
Okay, well, mine went on a slightly different angle.
You'll
never notice.
No.
Ah, how gorgeous.
Okay. Okay, let me just clear the area. Just try to rinse it, drench it around, like you're giving it a little bath. That's going to clear it up. Get on all around.
It is spectacular.
Now for the areas that didn't clean up correctly.
Yeah, then what do you do?
We got a torch.
Oh, good.
Hey, you want to go around? And I'm sure you might like to neaten it up,
So this just clarifies the ice even further.
Right.
How long do you think it's going to last?
Oh, this snowflake?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends on if you do it outside, like say you wanted to do this on your walkway or something like that, and the temperature is right. I mean, it could last for days. You're guaranteed 5 or 6 hours out of something like this indoors.
You are the Salvador Dali of ice.
Well,
I call you the Michelangelo of ice, actually.
That's a pretty high compliment.
Yeah, well, it
but
is.
I'll take it. Want to let him see it now?
Spectacular, yes.
Let's let him see it.
Unbelievable. This is a beautiful snowflake. Just look how it shimmers. Kind of reminds me of a place up north. I wonder if he's watching.
She travels all the way to Alaska. She's right in the neighborhood. And she doesn't even stop by. That's cold, Martha. That's cold.
Swarovski, the magic of crystal.
Here are just a few of the hundreds of decorations you can save on at Kmart. A 7.5-foot tree for just $77. Decorated wreaths for just $6.99. 100-count Westinghouse lights for $3.79. Come to the Trim-A-Home department at Kmart. It has everything you need to make a holiday work of art in your home or wherever else you live. Kmart, we know how to make your holidays bright.
Introducing Glade Sugar Plum Dream. Introducing Glade Holiday Evergreen. Glade Holiday Candle Scents in 2 new joyful family company.
Don't miss the holiday electronics celebration going on now at Kmart, where this Samsung DVD player is just $159.99. This GE cordless phone Hurry in to the Kmart Holiday Electronics Celebration.
2 people who thought they'd never love again.
Could I offer you a lift?
Until fate brought them together and gave them another chance at love.
I haven't been picked up since I was a little girl.
James Garner and Julie Andrews.
Do you believe in second chances?
I only believe in what I see.
In one special night, CBS Next. From Hallmark Hall of Fame.
You are going to make a difference.
2 runaways go looking for adventure and discover a mystery.
They found a human bone.
Now, one stands accused of murder.
Why are you taking my baby?
And the sheriff's search uncovers a town's dark secret.
I'd say let sleeping dogs lie.
Dean Cain, Pat Hingle, and Maya Angelou.
You've got to trust somebody.
In a Hallmark Hall of Fame presentation, The Runaway. CBS Sunday.
They said there'll be snow at Christmas.
It just wouldn't be Christmas without my kitchen filled with the delicious cookies and cakes my mom and I make. And in my dream of creating a white Christmas this year, I'll transform our usual holiday desserts into wintry white confections with touches of creamy frostings and powdery sugars. And I'm going to decorate these wonderful cutout cookies. These are sugar cookies with a simple 2-step technique called flooding and flocking. First, you start with a slightly thicker royal icing. This enables you to outline the cookie very neatly, just like that. That's your moat or your outline or your dam. And then you take a more liquid version of that same royal icing and flood the whole center. See how runny this is? And now we're going to sprinkle it with Jimmies. Jimmies are the same little candies that you would put on an ice cream cone. So you see how fast the flooding goes? Oh, doesn't this look great? And then you can use another thicker frosting with a decorative pastry tip to create leaves or bows or any number of things. So here is your jimmied cookie. I have one that's already dried. And see how pretty it looks? And now I have a leaf tip with a thicker frosting. And I'm going to create some little holly leaves. I love how this looks. And we have some very bright red jimmies. I'll just put 1 or 2 little holly berries. Pretty cookie. Mom's been busy baking all day, turning out mouth-watering confections. Those same confections that I craved as a little girl. Those look good, Mom.
Pecan nut balls.
Noel nut balls, I used to call them. And these are absolute specialties. You roll them in the powdered sugar while they're still hot. I can't wait to pop one of those in my mouth. And then another way to just enhance a simple cake, you can just introduce a wintry theme via a stencil. And then with a very fine sieve, just sprinkle powdered sugar. And then when you gently lift off the stencil, you're left with a spectacular snowflake design on top. Here, look. Oh, the famous babka, Mom's babka. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, just let this rise again. And then Mom will put it into one of these turban molds that we used when I was a child. These beautiful old tin molds. And when they're done, they bake like this. The glaze, just a little bit of
sugar.
icy icing. So confectioner's sugar.
And a little milk or water. And flavoring, vanilla or orange juice or lemon.
I think the milk really makes it creamier. There, that looks pretty.
Looks like a glacier moving down.
Doesn't it? Yeah, it's great. That looks just like melted snow.
And these Noel nut balls look just like little snowballs.
All those goodies and not one cookie for me. Maybe you just don't need old Santa anymore. And guess you have nothing else to wish for, Martha. I'm yesterday's news. This is not a good thing.
Next, Cyndi Lauper.
Imagine a world where coffee breaks last all day. And where your cup is always full.
Thank you.
It's where the coffee world meets the cyber world, and you can be there with the new Smart Visa cards with remarkable chip technology. And at the Web Shack Cafe in London, you can buy your coffee with Visa, but not American Express, not even Blue. Learn more at Visa.com.
Don't miss the holiday electronics celebration going on now at Kmart, where this Samsung DVD player is just $159.99. This GE cordless phone is just $49.99. And this Sharp 100-watt stereo is only $129.99. Hurry in to the Kmart Holiday Electronics Celebration.
Ziploc containers. Test number 80. Sure, you can put heavy foods into your containers, but can you put over 80 pounds onto your containers? Ziploc, all you ever wanted in a container. Ziploc containers, test number 68.
Who's this? Michael.
You bring 2 dishes to a party.
You know what? These are for you.
Which one do you leave behind?
Thank you.
Ziploc, all you ever wanted in a container. Friday, Richard Kimball thought Atlantic City would be the perfect place to hide, but he's about to run out of luck with the mob.
Let's go for a ride.
An all-new Fugitive. Then, before your next flight,
Something very wrong happened on this plane.
you have to see this CSI. An all-new episode. And 6 people step into an elevator, but only 1 will survive.
Do you have any idea why you were the only one left alive?
Solve the mystery on an all-new MASH, CBS Friday.
awake?
Oh, you think I'm dozing? I was just daydreaming about a white Christmas. I really hope it snows, Sophie.
Oh, I do too. I don't think so, though. I mean, look outside. It looks impossible.
Well, no matter what the weatherman says, Sophie, we can make it a white Christmas. We have enough imagination, we have creativity, and a lot of ideas that I just dreamed up.
Oh, but I made...
Too silly. They're beautiful, Sophie. Santa will certainly be thrilled. And Santa is always the very first guest on my list.
Well, what do you know? The first guest on Martha Stewart's list, I knew she needed me. And she... just for old Santa. Martha!
Now, wouldn't you call this a white Christmas? I certainly would. Thanks so much for joining me in my holiday dream. I'm Martha Stewart, and I'm wishing all your holiday dreams come true. And may all your Christmases be white.
Hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry. Tonight.
Merry Christmas, Martha.
Julie Andrews and James Garner star in One Special Night, CBS Next. They want grandkids.
I can make my own decisions about makeup and men. How come you have too much of one and not enough of the other?
Their daughter wants an education.
This whole academic life? Kind of nice.
CBS Saturday. 2 generations will try to understand each other.
I want to be self-actualized. And I want to know what the hell that means.
That's live. CBS Saturday.
For Genevieve to be your holiday life.